hang around. What were you eating, by the way? The studio stinks now, Goughy.
No, it doesn't.
You're 6 o'clock.
No, you're
meal.
exaggerating. It wasn't because it wasn't warm. It was
stink.
cold.
It does stink.
And
What was
didn't.
it? What was it?
Just chicken.
It was more than chicken.
Chicken and broccoli.
Chicken and broccoli. And will you eat
Beans.
later? Will you get in? Beans? You eat beans?
Green beans, yeah.
Oh, green beans. Okay,
Not baked beans.
Right, we've got lots coming up. We'll, of course, be talking a bit more England later on, and we've got Goughy's coffee break. But now it's an interesting one, this, because, of course, the window was closed, so we know who lines up with who alongside, etc. And when you look at the front three I've picked out 5 teams in the Premier League that I think have a really, really good, strong front three. Everton, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Demarai Gray. I love Demarai Gray.
Yeah, it's really good.
Liverpool for obvious reasons. City again for the same reason. United, I don't know who their front three will be. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
Leicester?
Madison, Vardy and Barnes. I wouldn't put them in the conversation of do they have the best front three. Would you? I wouldn't put them in that conversation. I wouldn't say Spurs have as well,
No.
because I know we just heard from Jamie O'Hara was talking about
No
that.
idea what he was on about.
Listen,
was it last year that when they had Bale, or before
season,
he
yeah.
actually played?
Yeah.
And they were looking on paper, Son, Bale, Kane. I mean, on paper, that should have been outstanding. It didn't really work out that way. But, I mean, look at that. Manchester United, Rashford, Ronaldo and...
Well, I've got United here, right? These are the players United have. You've got Greenwood, Sancho, Ronaldo. You've got Cavani and Rashford. And then you've got, players like Lingard who can sit just behind.
But Manchester City as well, it's ridiculous. What they have got, the riches they've got up top. You know what I mean? They can play Foden on the left or on the right.
But City don't have a forward. That's the only thing I would say. You've got Grealish, Sterling and Mahrez.
Central, can't they?
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, fair point. I'd like to hear from United fans who they think the front three will be. It has to be Sancho on the right. Has to be Ronaldo up top. So is it Rashford on the left? Is Greenwood, is he on the bench when everyone's fit? How does that work?
Well, it's an hard one, isn't it? Rashford's, how long's he going to be here? Another 4 weeks?
I think, about a month, yeah.
Another month. Sancho might be at his fitness then. I mean, he's already left the England squad now because he's still not fit.
A little knock, yeah.
A little knock. Ronaldo's going to go straight in there. Greenwood's going to be on the right. Who's going to be on the left?
No, I think Sancho will be on the right.
No. The next game this weekend. So Sancho might not be fit.
He'll probably be fit for that.
I don't think he will be.
Okay, so Greenwood on the right.
Greenwood on the right. You got Ronaldo in the middle.
Yeah.
Who's on the left?
That's a very good question.
Cavani?
No, he won't play out wide.
Martial?
I don't know. He plays down the middle. Joe's talking to me, but Joe's not
It's
obviously been
interesting
listening.
now, isn't it, where they're going to go?
No, Joe's not listening. We're talking about this weekend, Joe, for Newcastle. All
this
right,
weekend,
Joe?
mate.
Joe, why don't you put your kebab down? Joe's doing the quiz.
One, isn't it? I mean, where they go?
Do you know what they might? What about this? They might do right. Just for this weekend against Newcastle, right? It's a very, very good question you ask. If Sancho's not fit, could they put Ronaldo on the right or left? Could they put Greenwood
more
up
of
top?
a number 9 now.
I know he is, but
he likes to drift in from the left.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say Ronaldo on the left, Greenwood up top.
No, Cavani up top.
Okay, it's Cavani up top, Greenwood on the right.
No, that's pretty good.
Imagine that. Ronaldo, Cavani, Greenwood. Oh, I'm going to that as well. Oh, my goodness.
That's pretty special, isn't it?
Cool, look at that. Good luck, Newcastle. No,
let's not forget as well, West Ham, West Ham's front three. Benrahma this year has been outstanding.
By the way, what's happened to Andy Carroll? I saw Andy Carroll having a cup of tea today. What's happened to Andy Carroll?
Well, he's not playing, is he?
What's
He's got a
happened
contract. Newcastle have released him from his contract and no one's taking him on. There's a few players like that, isn't there? I mean, look at Huddleston last year. He's gone to Hull now, hasn't he? But last year he couldn't get a club.
I know. Jack Wilshere, another one.
Yeah, David Luiz. Mm-hmm. He's not got a club yet.
What are they all doing?
Well, they just sit at home, aren't they? Because they've done well out the game. I mean, it is. You'd think, you can imagine they probably get an offer and say, right, here, come and play for us and you can get $2,000 a week. And they're thinking, nah.
I get that. If you're someone like Jack Wilshere, you're 29, you've been used to earning $100,000 a week and someone offers you $5,000.
But you have to go with the expectations of where you're at, don't you? You have to think, I'm not as good as I used to be, or I've got to prove I can still play every single week and still deliver. And then it'll soon change. So if it's a club that can only, say, afford to pay him that, he's got to be able to get out of it when he wants. So he has the contract in his favour, doesn't he? Okay, I'll come and play because I just want to play football for £1,500 a week. But as soon as another offer comes in, I'm off. And you can't stop me or demand a fee for it. So, yeah, you're helping them out, but you're still leaving yourself open to be able to go somewhere.
Do you put Arsenal, their front three, in it with Aubameyang, Lacazette and Saka? Do you put them in this conversation? I don't think you do you? I'm not talking about the team.
Not the way they're performing. I don't think you. I don't think you can. No, I don't think you can whatsoever. But I think Chelsea with Lukaku up there,
I didn't
Werner,
put Chelsea in, did I?
Havertz. You got Mount who can play in the front three. You got Pulisic. You got Ziyech. I mean, they're pretty special. And all areas covered.
I don't know if Havertz and Timo Werner, either side, Lukaku, we know, of course. I don't know if I'd put them in the conversation of front three. Without doubt, they're favourite or one of the favourites for the title. But I don't know if that front three are better than United's or City's, or even Liverpool's. I'd say Liverpool got a better front three than Chelsea, wouldn't you?
Well, front two.
Well, 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
But do you know what? I'd put theirs better than Chelsea's. Who would you say has got the best? Let's rate the top three. Who would you say has got the best? And then we'll put it out to the listeners. Who would you say has got the best front three? I mean, I'm going to be biased for obvious reasons, but look at that. Rashford, Ronaldo, Sancho. I don't think it gets better than that, is it? Just quickly in the creche, put a show of hands. There's 4 people in the creche today. Who thinks United have got the best front three? No one. Who thinks City have got it? Who thinks Chelsea have got it?
I think Chelsea. I think Chelsea. But do you know, I'm going to give Villa a shout out as well. Watkins and Ings, I think, are pretty special. Well, Ings is just the way he's settled in there. Watkins has been the one who's been pushed out a bit wider now. They've got Buendia who can play out there. Leon Bailey. El Ghazi, who seemed to have got the shirt at the minute. He started well. But they've got a good front three as well, you know, Villa.
They have, but it's not in the conversation who's got the best.
Well, it's not as a conversation because you're looking at the value of players that they brought in, like Ronaldo. Even though they got him cheap.
Would you put Leeds in it?
Well, Rafinha is unbelievable. And I had him in one of my team towards the end of the year. I had him one of the team. I absolutely think he's brilliant.
He's fantastic.
But they've got in Daniel James now. Bamford up top, I still think he's one of them players that might be his only England cap. Do you know what I mean?
I felt for him, actually. But
I felt for him. He'd have been better off coming on after 60 minutes. He'd have had a better chance of getting into the game.
Expectation.
The way the game and the way England were playing, trying to keep possession of football, and then every so often oofing it up for Bamford to try and head it.
I agree.
I don't think it did him any favours whatsoever. But what I'm trying to say is, but if he goes back to wings or he goes to Calvert-Lewin or Greenwood comes back into the squad, it'd be very hard for Bamford. But listen, it doesn't matter. He's got an England cap, right? He's got an England cap. And it wasn't a friendly. It was a World Cup qualifier. So for me, that's a double tick because it was a World Cup qualifier, not a friendly.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, we'll put it out there to you lot in Radio Land, 08717 223344. Who's got the best front three in the Premier League and why? And also, in about 20 minutes' time, we're doing today's Goughy's coffee break. So I need one of you to phone up and ask Goughy a question about anything. It doesn't have to be cricket. It can be if you want, but it could be, you know, who's got the best jumper that you've ever seen? Who's got the best jumper? Do you remember the Pringle jumpers Nick Fowler used to wear?
I used to wear one of them at school.
Do you remember that? I was talking to a mate of mine.
Remember the Slazenger was Sevi Ballesteros. He was one of my heroes. So I used to have it. Well, they were cheaper as well, so I used to have a little Slazenger jumper for school.
They were nice. So any question for Goughy about anything you want, 08717 223344. We'll take your details and call you back. That's Goughy's break in 15 minutes in between then and now. We want your calls on which Premier League team has got the best front three. 08717 223344. This is Drive on talkSPORT with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Rated excellent on Trustpilot with over 100,000 reviews.